The Book of Life. Ascended Master Saint Germain. The Bridge to Freedom Journal, July 1953. As the pure, unformed electronic light flows forth from the presence, it is the consciousness of the individual which becomes the pen, and on the Book of Life is written the story of the use of that priceless energy. Many such volumes are written by the soul, closed as the last breath leaves the body, and then given into the hands of the angel of records to be read in the halls of karma. Then, when the soul is assigned to a realm in which its light may best be expanded, it must endeavor to rewrite every page whereon the shadows of human thought and feeling cast their gloom over the promptings of the higher self. And again, when the soul comes to new birth, is the book given, every page fresh, and once more it writes. But lifetime after lifetime and century after century is the same novel written, with but few changes. Finally, when the soul awakens, is the book of victory written, clasped shut, and delivered to the higher mental body or Christ self, who receives it with a prayer of thanksgiving and joy that the long journey is over. And as the white fire presence announces the glad tidings, it is finished, the triumphant soul enters the portals of the Father's home to come out no more.
We live but to serve. Archangel Michael's address to students in 1953. You have a book of life, each one of you. The record of one's time and energy between embodiments is also entered in this book, which is drawn forth by the lords of karma through one of their messengers and studied before your petitions or summons for reincarnation takes place. This is how a master is enabled to draw certain particularly competent life streams around him for a given cause. But in these books are written the sins of omission and commission, as well as the good, and they all determine so much. Then, if it is a very large book, as in the case with many of you, it contains pictures. You have accepted this as your lot, and so death claims the form and dissolution ensued. I meet you, each one. You are assigned to a schoolroom on this side, then back again, and so on and on. And how far have you got? A couple of more pages written in the book, 9/10 of which have to be erased before we can place it on the scroll of immortality. I am ashamed to even look at some of them. Man spoke truly when he said, "The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on." It is only God in his mercy and love that chooses to take out of men's records the foolish waste of energy and time. But I wish you could see what you do with life. You rise in the morning. All night long the elemental kingdom has purified the atmosphere in preparation for the new day. The silver cord containing within it your own life's pattern is ceaselessly flowing through, and you write with your thoughts and feelings a page, a chapter, and if you are energetic and vital, sometimes even a volume. At night you sign your name, close the book. Sometimes you vaguely use the cleansing flame and you are gone. This thoughtless use of life is the reason you should use this purifying flame before you sleep. For God's sake, dear people, do not return those books to the shelves of the Mahachohan's library each night with some of the things that are written in them. When he opens them in the presence of your sponsor, how do you think that great one feels? But if you have used the sacred fire, you have not only consumed the record in the book, but you have consumed the cause at inner levels and the tendency in your own nature as well. You are also a good bit further on the way to writing the final chapter. You see, my beloved friends, we cannot sign the name of an ascended being to an imperfect record. Over the name of the Lord of the world, there could be no record of iniquity. And why should one of those beautiful ladies from the court of Kuan Yin, with her own lovely hands and the use of her own heart's flame, remove some of that filth and discord, when you have the knowledge of the sacred fire yourself? Through the use of the sacred fire, you could condense the history of your life if you were willing to go back to the beginning of time. You do not require all the details. Just blaze the purifying flame back through your whole life stream. What you are today is a pretty good indication of what you have been century after century. That is our hope when you rise up and abandon your feeling of despair. My beloved friends, we do not wish that you should feel any sense of depression because you have not accomplished according to the standards of your own light. We have tried to show you the simple, homely experiences which have been ours and may be yours, and we are hoping that we have made it pleasant enough that you will choose to invite us again. Your bodies are just temples. Place them, each one, in their proper orbit as an instrument of no more importance than the pen with which you write. Your creative centers of thought and feeling, however, are either contributing to the atmosphere of the inner realms, which we wish to become the atmosphere of Earth, or to the death shroud of a planet which Saint Germain hopes will become a brilliant star within the next 20 years. I bless and love and thank you. Michael.